You are now watching Cyrus Speaks. Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Cyrus Speaks. I'm your host, Cyrus Aru. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about high school fame. So, a lot of people, man, I feel like high school was the peak of their life. You got a lot of people who they pretty much like they had their best years in high school. And it's easy to identify these people as the people that all the time they're just talking about high school, talking about high school. We're talking people in their late 20s, early, to mid 30s. They're still talking about high school, things that happened in high school, like, oh man, you remember when such and such happened in this class? And oh, you remember, that one time where we did this, we went there. And I'm like, yo, like, come on. Like high school, that was so long ago. Me, I'm 32, and I still know people today that talk about high school like it was yesterday. I'm like, fam, like we graduated like almost 15 years ago. Like let it go. Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like people that's still moving forward in life, they don't look back like that. You know what I'm saying? Like every now and again, of course, you'll have a nostalgic moment where you're like, oh yeah, like you remember this and that happened in high school and stuff. But you're not sitting there like daydreaming about it, talking about it like every single day. When you link up with people, you're not sitting there talking about it every single day. Because to me, anybody that's doing that, they're still there, mentally. Mentally, they're still there. And I'm like, it's just it's interesting. You never see successful people sitting around talking about things that occurred 15, 20 years ago. Like they're focused on the things that's happening in their current life, because they are still succeeding, they're still striving. A lot of times, man, you got people who they reached their limit in high school. That was the peak of the money that they had, peak of their attractiveness, peak of their potential. And after that, after high school, everybody went their separate ways. A lot of those people, man, they just got lost in the mix. And what I always tell people is this, high school is a small pond, and it's easy to be a big fish in a small pond. But when you get dumped into the sea, you're not so big, and a lot of people, they focused a lot of their time on trying to be, quote unquote popular then. And, it just didn't work out in the real world, in the big world. Like me, I'm not gonna say like popular, I was pretty known, but I never really tried to fit in. I was always that person that like everybody knew me, but I always did my own thing, But I know some people, man, like they was just dedicated to like being, I guess like seen all the time and just trying to be the focal point in high school. And I'm like, the whole time for me, like I've always been very fortuitive in my way of thinking. So even then in high school, middle school, all that, like I knew like the real life didn't start until after you get out of school, but you had a lot of people, they thought otherwise. They thought that that's where everything was at, so they made a lot of decisions based off of those times. And I'm like, bro, there's a whole lot of life left to live, man. And I'm telling you, man, it's people that I've seen that I went to school with who like you'll bump into them, out in public somewhere, and they're still like caught up in thinking that they're like that person, from high school. And I'm like, you never got famous. You never got rich. You probably flipping burgers somewhere, and they still in their mind, they're still at that point in life with their high school potential. And that's all you are in high school, and 9 times out of 10, the people who had it all in high school, their parents were fronting the bill, you know, and it was easy to have a very fun life in high school. Cause me, like, I had a ball, you know, but I don't really care about it like that. I'm just focused on like where I'm at today and where I'm trying to take it, so anybody that's watching this, if you still caught up in high school and y'all be still going over old drama from high school and trying to keep up with the people that's from your school, like, yo, like, you lame now. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, a lot of those people, man, like, I'm telling you, like, I know folks that, like, they still be talking about like how they was gonna go pro. I'm like, bruh, like, let it go, man. It didn't happen. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? There's more life to live. We don't want to see no more, moments where you looking back on the past. Like, that's like, me with rapping, like, I love making music, I hope that I was going to get signed and, become a rapper, or a famous rapper. Didn't happen, I mean, it still can, but I'm not sitting here tossing and turning in my sleep at night, like, over that. Like, no, like, I don't care, bro. Like, I'm moving forward to other stuff. You gotta be able to, transform your abilities to the next level. Like, seriously. So anybody that's watching this that's still caught up on high school, man, like, yo, you need to grow up for real. Like, yo, we grown now. It's a lot more world to cover. And the stage is much bigger. You're gonna have to grind way harder to be somebody. On this platform. You feel me? And I hope y'all get that message. So yeah, that's my podcast for today. I'm not really, I wasn't trying to ruffle nobody's feathers or anything. It's just, when it comes to trying to be successful or working towards success, you can't focus all your time on the past. And I just hope a lot of people get that message and are able to move forward in their life to the next chapter, because it's time for that. So till next time. Oh, by the way, like I always say, like, share, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated on new content, and I definitely just appreciate the feedback as well. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all next time then. Peace.